इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रैंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Thank you so much, Dheeraj, for the motivational message. चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं. Yes, with this great thought, we welcome all of you for the 48th webinar series episode of Business Opportunity Over Chai, a platform through which you can select the best brand, the right fit brand for each one of you. It's a platform through which Franchise India is presenting all the top brands, premium brand we work with and we are proud of. This particular webinar is hosted by Gaurav Maria, who is a chairman Franchise India Group, an entrepreneur and business consultant, and an author. We also welcome Sonia Chaudhary. She is the MD at Franchise India Brands Limited and Director Remax. And they both are panelists, will share their insights, suggestion, feedback, and their valuable suggestion about the industry and about the brand. We welcome both of you. Yes, the brand of the day today is Street 24. And we have privilege that we have founder and CEO Ankit Yadav with us talking about his brand. A name, a brand. The mission is to create a modern Kirana retail ecosystem through their hybrid retail model. A name famous for local street grocery shop, which is present for 24/7 with their timely services for all of you. They also have online and offline presence. So Ankit, we welcome you for this particular webinar series, and we really want you to present your brand to all our investors who are looking out for your brand. We'll definitely talk about what kind of the business proposition you are giving in market, what are the financials one should be ready with if they want to go with you. Thank you so much, Ankit, for joining us today. Over to you.
Hello, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for the introduction. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Ankit. We cannot see you.
There's some problem.
There is a little problem with the video, sir. I'm so sorry for that.
Otherwise, we wanted to see a handsome man like you.
Thank you, sir. Anytime, sir. So, shall we start? So, I would like to first start with the introduction to the brand. So, hello everyone. I would like to introduce the brand Street 24. So Street24 is basically a hybrid retail model in this retail ecosystem. So if I talk about the industry, okay, so the companies like Deloitte and Ernst and Young and more the organized retail companies in India, they have seen so many growth over the years in past 5 years that the traditional is coming down and the organized retail because due to the customers really up to their usage and so here I go with the third point. The third point says that the physical stores have their own advantages. At a conference that the coming time is for the hybrid model. Like the if I explain the hybrid model is more of an you of a sector or a area, so you can take that store online through the app integration with your store. So your customer and they can also shop online from your app. So it's like more of a convenience who wants to easily, who wants to shop on 24 hours, who wants to like if a customer is coming late from the office, so they can shop that time as well.
Ankit, your voice is not so clear.
Amendment happening in India. Hello. Is it audible, sir?
It's,
Hello.
It's breaking. I think, some kind of a network is not very stable. So if you can be in a, but just for our audience,
Just a minute, sir. Let me check.
Ankit leads a super hyper local business, which is integrated with technology, an app-based product which integrates with the local store, and you can make purchase decisions 24 hours. And as Ankit was explaining, that this is a hybrid between being O2O platform, which is a online and offline integrated platform, which is now the future. The future is just not only online, and this is not only offline. It's an O2O, which creates an integrated opportunity. And most of the companies globally in the hyper local space, especially in the fruit and vegetable or in grocery, are looking for that platform. Yes, Ankit, over to you. Till the time Ankit comes in, I can also talk about a little bit on the whole category. The category is the empowerment of micro retail in India. So we feel that the last mile Kirana would also get integrated with technology, and like what GeoMart is trying to do with Reliance, and a lot of other companies are also trying to do that. And I think that would be the way forward. Even larger companies like Amazon and groups like that are also creating their offline interface systems to do the last mile fulfillment. And a lot of companies are creating these very neighborhood based capability, because whenever you go to a small Kirana or you work with a brand which you become a subscriber, you don't do more discovery, but it is your life cycle of fulfillment. And people want two freedoms. One, convenience. Convenience means that products can get delivered to their home, and also choices of delivery times, which means that they work hours are different. People work sometime late, especially in.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Ankit, we can hear you now. You can go ahead.
Archana ma'am, hello.
Ankit, we can hear you in bits and pieces.
Hello, Archana ma'am.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think he
you can
wants
go
to
ahead,
control the
Ankit.
slides. आप इनको control दे दीजिए slides का. Maybe he wants to run it because he's not able to communicate clearly.
Ankit, can we start? Archana, can we check? We have a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir. I'm just checking with him.
Our apologies for this delay or a technical snag from Ankit's side.
Meanwhile, I have a video of the store, so I can show that.
कर रहा हूँ
Hi, Ankit, you are back. You can unmute yourself and you can start the session.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm so
please.
sorry for the interruption. Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So we will start again. I'm so sorry for the interruption, everyone. So I was explaining about the industry insights basically. So we have seen a growth in the organized retail sector, and as a traditional the mom and pop stores share in coming era will come to a decline as we see more of the organized retail in the market, which will come like with the omni channel who will provide online services as well, and we will see more extended hours of shopping while the while India is ready for different type of market shopping hours. So if I say the Indian retail market is more open for new players with the more technology enabled people in the market, so they can capture the market accordingly. So here we go with the introduction of the Street 24. This is how the Street 24 logo and the name goes on. And so with the motto of the Street 24, we take this pledge to feed our customers the very best in the market, like the product they want to really have in their daily life, like the product which really gives them satisfaction over other products, like which are cost effective, pocket friendly, and they can avail it anytime for their personal uses, for their household uses, for their kitchen uses, for their daily uses. So if I were to give some insights of the Street 24. So if I explain about Street 24, Street 24 is a complete convenience store which offers daily and frequent needs for the customers for their weekly and daily consumption for all income and age groups. Basically, if I say, as I said earlier, everyone from a kid to a middleman to a housewife to a elder person or to with a income of 5,000 rupees or with a income of 50,000 rupees, anyone can shop from Street 24. And we serve, and we are ready to serve 24 hours, 365 days. We are never off. And currently, the Street 24 is running successfully 3 company outlets in Noida. And through our organized inventory and merchandising model, hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello.
If we can hear you, Ankit.
Okay. So Street 24 basically works on a very organized inventory and a merchandising model where we provide ease to our customers to find the adequate products and gain more satisfaction for every penny they spend. Like, we keep the availability of the products which is really required in the market. We don't keep such redundant products for which customers is not agreed to pay even a penny. So what they require in their daily life, we only keep those products. We don't keep redundant stocks. So if I talk about the categories we fulfill to each or as per our customers' needs, such as the modern dairy, the grocery and staples, drink and beverages, instant foods. Instant foods like you can have a cup of noodle from Street 24. You can have a MTR MTR ready to eat. You can have a pizza from Street 24. While on the go, you can eat. You can have a coleslaw sandwich from Street 24. So moving on to next category, the personal and household and baby care, gourmet food, organic products, pet food, Patanjali products. So these are the few categories which we keep. There are more to the categories if we go under these heads. So if I talk about the opportunities which is Street 24 is offering, so we offer FOCO models for 2 categories of stores, such as the first one is a 500 square feet model. This model is a small convenience stores where assortments of only top selling products in each categories are shelved. Like, you will only find the top selling and the top renowned names in the market in our stores. And in this model, we focus on keeping the availability of highly demanded products with better offers and attractive prices. And if we talk about where this small convenience store is required, basically can be placed or can be opened. So the few of the places we can go and open these type of small convenience stores are high streets, the populated neighborhoods, corporate or IT parks, residential complexes. And if I talk about why it's scalable and attractive, it's scalable, sir, because this type of stores has a very quite hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Quite low operating cost. Like, basically we don't indulge indulge a huge cost in these type of stores, and the running expense also are on a minimum level. So if we say, then we can take high sales from these stores, and more customer retention is there, as these small stores can be placed in these places where at least a crowd of like 50,000 people or 80,000 people coming every day, and they are looking after these store, and they are going and shopping on 24 hours, as them working in their 24-hour shift in the offices or in the neighborhoods, while they are walking, while they are going to the home, or while they are returning from the office. So the people and the customer get more of the exposed. They are more exposed to the store, as the store is placed nearly to them. Let's move on to the another model, which is a 1,000 square feet model. So basically, this 1,000 square feet model, if I say, is a complete convenience and a super store where every type of assortments of categories and products are shelved. If I talk about the every type of assortments, it's like that you get one product and you get another product at a competitive price. The other product must be on a smaller price, at a minimum price, but you get a higher quality for that. In this model, we focus to keep the highly demanded, the price effective and competitive products, and offering more choices and variety to customers for bulk or regular purchase. So in this model, a customer can also purchase for their home. They can also purchase for their weekly needs, for their monthly needs as well, where they will get more products and more assortments to see from. So next we will talk about where a superstore is required. A superstore is required in highly density areas like the populated neighborhoods or sectors or residential societies where minimum of 1,000 families are residing. So this 1,000 family concept is a better different concept. See, if you are in a neighborhood of 1,000 families, where 1,000 families are residing, I guess at least 500 or 600 or 700 within a time of 1 year and 2 year, they will shop from you. As in, don't want to make it hassle going to the another stores. If you are providing them the availability of goods to them nearby, so they have a fixed clientele for the store. So you will have fixed customers for these stores. So your store will never go off. Your store will sustain their expenses and everything. And why it's effective? Because it offers more choices and variety to offer, and there is a month-on-month growth in sales, as more and more families started coming to you for their small needs or for their highly needs in their home, and the feel and the ease for shopping is there, as it's a 1,000 square feet model. So it's a quite huge store where you can easily roam around and take your products while listening to music or while chatting with anyone on the phone or while talking on the phone. So it's easy and it's about the feel. So why us? If I say from a customer's viewpoint, see, my customers feel that we really have a very good look and feel of these stores, and it is very convenient for them to shop from us, as our stores are open 24 hours and 365 days. So they will get what they want all the time. There is no hindrances to the shopping hours. There is no such conditions. So it's an experience to shop from Street 24. As the store is very organized, I have said it to you earlier, and we don't have to hassle to find the products. As the products are properly shelved and the category wise, the shelving and the merchandising is placed. So it's like the daily shop for the daily needs. We offer them better prices and good quality and choice over products, so which makes it convenient for them to shop from a neighborhood store. So we also provide 24-hour home delivery and also online ordering too through Zomato and Swiggy, and also our in-house app. From our customers can shop all the time. And if I say from my viewpoint, from our company viewpoint, we have good fill rates for the inventory, as we have a very organized inventory model, as we fill the supplies when there is a minimum of the product is shelved. Due to higher volumes, we can offer good prices to the customers. Our staff, I must say, they are very highly trained and well managed staff. So if a customer comes into the store, they greet you with a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and they will help you at every point. If there is any hassle, I feel there is no hassle for the customer, but still there are few people, like a few older people and smaller kids who demand certain things. So our staff is so mannered and trained that they make an experience for our customers. So because of these things, we have a high customer retention, and faster checkouts make it easy for the customer to fast take their products and do the invoicing. And we have a connect with customers through loyalty programs, and our managers asking the customers about the hassles and what they feel about the store, and if there is any hindrance while they're shopping. So we move on to the next slide. So this is about the franchising breakup, about the two models, the two FOCO models which Street 24 offers. The first 500 square feet model we are going to talk about. If I say about the investment is as little as 23.63 lakhs, which includes the franchisee fee of 3.5 lakhs. And in this investment, the breakup is as follows. As you can see, store furnishing 4.90 lakhs. This comes in with the interior and the civil works, AC with ducting, electrical fittings and lightnings, branding and signages. So your whole store, your complete 500 square feet store would be ready in 4.90 lakhs with the running store. So after that, you can put in the equipments and appliances, which will cost you another 4.73 lakhs, which will include your POS counters, your computers with ERP, your freezers, chiller, weighing machine, LED TV, cashier chair, basket trolleys, inverter for the backup, CCTV, music system, and miscellaneous. Sorry. Next is the initial stock. If I talk about the stock is as little as the of 10 lakhs. As you know, in FMCG industries, if I talk about a grocery store, there is huge assortment of products available in the market. But due to our organized inventory model, we have kept this product line very limited and only with the top selling SKUs and highly movable SKUs. We don't keep such redundant things, so there is no talk over the stocks. So we will not make up in ending to dead stock and all. We only keep higher moving stocks, so our stocks are well moving and we get a higher return over the stocks. And the first initial marketing expenses and the licenses for the shop cost is 50K, which includes the Shop license and the food license and the marketing expenses which we'll do when we will launch the store with you. The ATL activities, the BTL activities we'll do. Next is the 1,000 square feet model, where the investment quietly go higher because it's a quite a big store, and moreover the investment goes higher on the store furnishing side and the initial stock side. If I talk about store furnishing, it's 9.18 lakhs with the interior and civil works, AC and ducting, and the same which was earlier. Next is equipments and appliances. It's 6.2 lakhs, which will cover your POS base. Again, the same thing. So in this model, the initial stock goes up with a capital of 17 lakh rupees. This is because it's a quite a big store and it's more of a super store where we have to offer our customers the variety of products where they can take from. So the initial stock would go for 17 lakhs. It will increase in a later movement, but the one-time inventory at this store, it will stay as it is as 17 lakh rupees. So the licensing and launch marketing expenses are for 50K, the same Shop Act and the food license and the ATL and the BTL activities we'll do for you. Next, we'll move on to the franchisee facts for both of these models. That what are the investments you will put in and what will be the returns you will get over it. So we'll start from the smaller model first, the 500 square feet model. If I talk about the daily sales, the average daily sales lies between 65,000 to 1 lakh rupees. And average monthly sales, if I divide the daily sales in the month, it will come to 19 lakhs to 30 lakh rupees. And the footfall we get daily at our stores is for 250 to 400 customers daily, because we 250 to 400 customers daily, because I have talked about earlier in my PPT about the 1,000 family concept. These 1,000 families, at least 40% of or 50% of the families are coming to you. Out of them, out of the 1,000 families, 20% must be taking from e-commerce sites, from golfers, from the Amazon, they must be taking from. But out of them, there are mostly people who likes to shop from the store, and the store which is in a neighborhood, which is offering a app also. So we'll cut down more of the e-commerce penetration into the market. We'll penetrate our local store, local offline store through our online thing in the market. So we'll retain more of the customers in monthly growth, or you can say yearly growth. So the average bill value which our customers spend at our stores is rupees 200 to 500 per customer, and the revenue share to the franchisee is the 4% of the monthly sales. So if you're making a 65K or 65K to 1 lakh rupees of sales daily, and the amount goes to 19 lakhs to 30 lakh rupees, so the 4% of the monthly sales of this 19 lakhs and 30 lakhs rupees goes to the franchise owner. Or in the case where the store is not making sales in the starting, we'll offer the 1.75% mg of the total investments, which includes which is after the franchise fee. So whichever is higher goes to the franchise owner. So if I talk about the Opex of the 500 square feet model, as I was telling you, it's a very minimum Opex we keep for our small store. If I talk about the rent goes to 50,000 to 80,000, which varies from location to location. If I talk about staff salary, there are 7 people in 3 shifts, so the salary is as little as 90K. And next is electricity. So it varies from 25K to 40K. It's very seasonal because in hot in summers you have to start the ACs and all, and in winters you will not be requiring the ACs. So this few changes in the electricity pattern goes on and off. And there are miscellaneous expenses for 10K, which includes the staff expense, the communication expense, the logistics expense, and there is another contribution to marketing. Our as C24, we continuously do aggressive marketing where our stores are located. So basically, to attract more and more customers, we do month on month advertising and the marketing socially on digital marketing platforms, and also in the newspapers and in the nearby, putting up the posters and the flyers and shooting SMSs and email campaigns to our customers. So if I talk about the growth in revenue year on year, there is a 5% growth in revenue, as there are this count of average footfall 250 to 400 customers daily would go higher and higher. The agreement period would be of 5 years. Now we'll move on to the next model, which is 1,000 square feet. So if I talk about 1,000 square feet model, the average daily sales, this is the minimum sales I have written over here. It goes to 90K to 1.4 lakhs. The sales can go as much as higher to 2 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs. In the time of lockdown, where essential services are really required in the market, we have done a sales of 4.5 lakhs and 6 lakhs in the market. So there is no limitations to the sales on this 1,000 square feet model, as you can keep higher inventory and you can push more sales. And the average monthly sales can go up to 27 lakhs to 42 lakhs. It can also go up to 58 lakhs and 65 lakhs rupees as per the movement of the customer in the market. So we only aim to keep our stores in the highly density populated areas where more and more customers can come and shop from us. If I talk about the average footfall, the average footfall is a minimum is a 250 people coming to a store daily for their daily consumption things, and can go as much as higher to 550 or 800 people or 900 people coming to your store. And the average bill value is minimum 250 rupees spent per customer, or up to 1,000 rupees it can go. It can also go up to 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees as per the customers is more into the products we have capped. The revenue shared to franchise owner is the same as in the last model. It's 4% of monthly sales, or 1.75% mg of total investment, excluding the franchisee fee, whichever is higher. So the Opex of this model is 80K to, the rent is 80K to 1.2 lakh rupees. It varies from location to location. There is a little thing I want to notice. If we talk about the rent, the the tier 1 cities has a quite a high value in rental. But if I talk about the tier 2 cities and tier 3 cities, the rent as minimum as could be of 50,000 or 60,000. So there is more chance, so we can save on rent in the Opex. Next, we will move to the staff salary. The staff salary is would be of 1.4 lakh, as 11 people in 3 shifts will work. Electricity as same as 25k to 40k. Miscellaneous expenses are 10k for staff expense, communication and logistics expenses. Contribution to marketing 20k. Growth in revenue year on year is 5%. Payback period is 2 years, 3 months. Agreement period is for 5 years. Next, we will move on to why to partner with Street 24? Because our offline stores has an online app, in-house online app, or also they can order on as we are listed on Zomato and Swiggy both, so they can order from Zomato and Swiggy 24 hours, 365 days. That's one thing we offer in our market that no one offers right now. We have given an online app. We are registered on Zomato and Swiggy. There are more stores that are registered too, but they're not open for 24 hours, and they're not giving the giving the home deliveries 24 hours. But T24 is offering 24-hour home deliveries and an online presence. So the stores makes more in sales and increase in service area in range of up to 4 kilometers. And then we are only offering FOCO model, as we don't want to compromise over quality for our customers, and aim to feed our customers the very good available in the market and the very best we can provide for them. Next is the regular ATL and the retail activities to attract customers and be a daily store for them. And there is a good recall for the T24 on the daily basis, and there is a regular training of staff. The store is fully tech enabled. As you will see, there are LEDs running through these stores, which on which the ads are running for the products, and the marketing campaigns are going on for the products. And there are multiple payment modes for the customers while they can shop from us. So they can give us payments from multiple modes, as we accept Sodexo, Paytm, PhonePe, and on and on. And there is a convenience service like a ATM. So ATM services are available with us on 24 hours. So if in case a customer need cash, so they can swipe their card, or they can do a PhonePe or a Paytm, or they can take cash from the store. So we have kept this service for the convenience of our customers. The proper replenishment and inventory control, and we offer loyalty cards to our premium customers. Premium customers, if I say, the customers who are daily to us, who are coming on a daily basis for at least a 500 rupees shopping per day. So we are offering loyalty cards to them and giving them rewards over it. And we say that more convenience to the customer makes them more happy and more satisfied. So we make more in the sales, and we retain more customers in the market. So there are more returns to our investors and the partners we can offer. In the next slide, I want to make you understand the look and the feel of our stores. So basically, this is the 1,000 square feet model. So that's how a 1,000 square feet model looks like. Next, this is a small model. This is a 500 square feet model, but the assortments, as I've told you, it's like that. This is the smaller model. Next, I want to let you know the need of essentials in COVID-19, as when the whole world is on lockdown, when there is no such establishments are running in the market, there are only essential services in the market which are really required. Everyone was after the home needs, and they were suffering over the availability of essential items in the market. So for that thing, our government in various parts of India have eased to let the establishments and the essential services to stay open for 24 hours, or you can say the online services can be open 24 hours, and they can deliver to the customers. All commercial and private establishments will be closed down except ration shops and the essential services which are dealing with food, groceries, and fruits and vegetables. So this is one kind of a opportunity which is never shut down. I mean, in the time of hard times where the world is facing crisis, the grocery stores are making sales and the profits in the market. So that's all about the Street 24. I would like to hand over it to Miss Archana. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ankit. And we had some initial hiccups, but then I think you were able to pull up the presentation, and we at Franchiseindia are equally delighted to have you on board, because we have always worked on helping early stage startup companies, and you are a promising startup, and you have also done your couple of stores which are successful. So before we start, we'd like to understand a little bit on your journey. What is your background? A little bit on the stores which you're running, how much the sales which you're getting there. So some kind of a background can be set for our audience to know.
Sure, sir. So I want to tell you about myself. I'm an MBA with IB and a finance majors, and I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. That's my hometown. So when I was in my college, I was on a studying abroad program in Egypt, and in was Singapore. So I came to know about the 7-Eleven, which is a convenience stores in all over the world. They have somewhere around 68,000 stores all over the world. So I got this idea that this type of model, why not in India? So when I came back to India, and I have completed my MBA, and I have spoke up with my dad, and they have told me, okay, this is a nice idea, so we can start it up over here. So I have started from Noida. Firstly, it was 2.5 years, 5 years later. We have started our first store, then move on to second, then move on to third store. So we have 3 stores as of now, and all of them are running 24 hours. But I have seen a small gap in the model of 7-Eleven, and making it to available to the customers in India. That in India, people need more variety and more choices over the products. So we have done little developments in the model, and we have come up with the T24 concept, with the to make an offline store to online as well, so the customers can do the round the clock shopping. So to make more in these sales and to provide more satisfaction to our customers, basically providing them convenience all the time. So if they want to shop this time or that time, there is no hassle. They are as Street 24 is always open to serve them.
Very good, very encouraging. And you're a young entrepreneur, and you've done an innovation and saw an opportunity of doing a 24-hour retail. And just for our audience, let me just clarify, because a lot of people confuse it by 24/7, or now Cafe Coffee Day has also started a similar concept.
Exactly, essentials. Yep.
Now Cafe Coffee Day would also have a lot of stores all over India.
Yep.
So internationally, this is very clearly divided between stores which are serving you staples. Staples meaning grocery, your other staples and things which you do in India. Indian Kirana is very elaborate, which means from atta to dals to this and that, all that is available. But typically internationally, the 7-Elevens or even 24/7, they only sell you packed foods, packaged foods, which is chips and a lot of other packaged foods and snacks and finger food and ready to eat and ready to cook also, and a lot of beverages which are also available. So what I think, Ankit, you have done is that you have bridged both models, and you have a typical Kirana, which is a full grocery, which has a daily need structure, and also a lot of convenience products, which you would have.
Exactly, sir. You're quite right. Yep.
Internationally, in some markets, 7-Eleven is more known for selling liquor and tobacco and a lot of other convenience products.
But in India, as there are few limitations to this model, we cannot offer liquor in India, as there are certain licenses and assortments you have to take from the government.
Sure, and only Delhi had some,
Exactly.
allowance. Only
Some of the allowance, yeah.
In wine, that also store has to have a certain approvals and some licenses and so forth. So you have actually, just for our audience, have bridged between what we call typical Kirana, which has your regular grocery and also a lot of convenience products. So that's where. Now let's get into a couple of other important questions, which I would like to talk about business model. When you say FOCO and you have only stores in Delhi NCR, would you be able to go with FOCO outside Delhi NCR also? And I would like to question and rather challenge that fact, because it's very tedious sometimes to manage food and grocery. Even a big company like Reliance and Future Group and things like that, they have years and years and a lot of capital being deployed. They find it very difficult to sometimes manage. How would your management capability would be to handle FOCO? Are you open for going outside Delhi, or you would like to limit yourself at the Delhi itself at this stage? That's one question. Second, I want to talk about a little supply chain. I saw one picture of yours which had a milk being done under your name. So what is your private label strategy? How much is your private label? Are you working towards it? Because otherwise the margins are becoming very, very difficult. And third, I would like you to draw a little bit attention on how the FOCO model works, because somebody has asked a question that the MG calculation comes only 1,20,000 rupees, and the Opex is very high. Obviously, it's a FOCO, so I understand that Opex you would take care, which means the rental, salaries, everything else you would take care, and they get pure 4% of the sales. That's my understanding, but you need to clarify to everybody. So 3 questions from my side, and over to you, Ankit.
So addressing to your first question, sir, if I talk about the Future Group and the Reliance Retail, sir, they have quite huge stores. So they would be keeping a higher inventory on the site. Inventory of, say, suppose 2 crores or 3 crores in their store. But we are a small Kirana store, a small grocery store. We are keeping as little inventory as of 17 lakhs to 10 lakh rupees. So our fulfillments can be done from the local distributors, but the fulfillments for the Future Group and the retail smart stores can't be done from the distributors, as the stocks with the distributors are quite low in inventory, so they can only provide it to the Kirana stores nearby, or they can send it to the organized inventory stores like us. So it's easy for us to capture inventory in out of Delhi NCR also, because we will have a direct connection with the distributor of that one local area. So they can provide us the inventory directly from their warehouses. So we don't have to handle the hindrance of supply chain over and over again. Next, I come to the second question of you, which is the private labeling. Obviously, sir, if we need to increase the margins, we Kirana store, most of most of the Kirana store, you must have seen, they do them packing for these staples. They sell more of the their in-house packagings. So ST24 also aims to pack a lot of categories. If I explain you some categories, the few categories are staples, house utensils, like stationery. Stationery is also part of the private labeling. The cups and other useful stuffs, the masala and spices, also the um, ice and a few the organic milk we do in private labeling. And also, to address the third point of view, which is the quite high Opex. So the Opex we have kept is quite very low in the market, because we first try to do the agreements on as much low rental as we can do. But if there is a good location, there is a high value to the location, then only we go for higher rentals. And the salaries, if I talk about, those are fixed. We cannot compromise over the staff, and the electricity is as actual as it is. So if I talk about the 1.2 lakh sales, if I do the calculations, it will goes up to 36 lakh rupees. And if I calculate it over the margin of 18%, which are the average margins in this grossing ecosystem, so it comes to 6.5 lakh rupees, sir. So if you less the Opex from this, you will get 3 lakh rupees in your hand. So that's quite a huge return on your investment, sir. If you do the mathematics a little bit, this 3 being multiplied to 12 gives you 36 lakh rupees. So that's quite $50,000 going to your pocket in a year. And over the span of 5 years, it will come up to 1 crore 18 lakh rupees. So if I say, if you have invested a capital of or an investment of 14 lakh rupees, it will go up to 1 crore and 80 lakh rupees. So there is a 4.5x to your investment. And also after the agreement periods, the store goes to the franchise owners. So basically you will get the principal back also, and you will earn over the investment which you have invested in quite a long period of 5 years with T24.
Sure. It's helpful, I think. But Ankit, while I know you are an aggressive and ambitious entrepreneur, but for our audience, I will just try to put some point of caution. This is a very tight business. Margins are always tight in the food and grocery
Exactly,
business.
sir.
Runs in 16 to 18% margins, and sometimes there is MOP also. MOP means people expect some discount, and some products you have to bundle and to make fast-moving products. And
Exactly, sir.
out of that 1.5%, 1% you need to keep it for shrinkages, wastages, and a couple of breakage and a couple of other things. So your absolute margin would run around say 15 to 16%.
15 to 16%, yeah.
15 to 16%. Out of that, 3 to 4% would go into your occupancy cost.
Yep.
Your cost, which would be there. Then you have HR cost, which would take another 2 to 3%. And then there is an absolute margin of about 8-9%, which is left out. Out of 8-9%, what Ankit is doing, he's trying to give 4% to the franchisee and 4% he's keeping for his company and things like that. So, but it is a tight model. It's a good model for landlords Property owners also, if you have a property of 500 to 1000 square feet, you can put some stock you can audit. And I will pass it on to Sonia, and Sonia, maybe you can take up a question on understanding of how MG are secured, because sometimes we get a lot of the investors writing to us and saying that if they get into MG model because MG looks attractive. So over to you, Sonia, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ankit. I think you explained the model in depth. So maybe I'll start with the minimum guarantee, and I see a lot of people asking that question. So on the entire investment which is done, there is a component of 1.75% which goes as a minimum guarantee to the franchisee, or a component of revenue share which goes to him, whichever of the two is higher. What happens and how is that secured in a case where the are these PDCs, what kind of guarantees are being given apart from the agreement? So our PDCs देते हैं advance में for reasons the business does not do well, say for first year or 7-8 months. How is an investor de-risked on this investment which he has made? And also considering, because this MG is paid on monthly basis, or it is annualized, which is given to the franchisee?
Sure, ma'am. I'll just take up a quick round to this question. Ma'am, as I was talking earlier in my PPT about the 1000 family concept, if you remember. So this 1000 family concept is about this thing, ma'am. So we create a fixed clientele for the store. We first secure the store, that the store never run out of sales in the market. So at least out of 1000 families, I believe that 25% of the minimum families coming to us. And we are dealing in such a category, ma'am, that there is no competition in the market, or there is no choice over it. We are dealing in the FMCG industry, and FMCG industry is quite the needed industry in the market, as you will daily consume your staples, your dairy, and your everyday household products, and your personal care. So you anyway have to take it. So this 1000 family concept, so you will make minimum sales at least at your store. If I say that not so many customers are coming to your stores, but there are customers who are coming to your stores, and they're giving you sales, which is helping you to run the store. And with our marketing activities, the store will surely pick up the sales, because it's quite like a neighborhood store. So if there is a neighborhood of 1000 families, by connections of those families and by the relatives, friends, and staff and office going peoples are coming together at our stores. So they must be knowing about our stores. And then we have this 1.75% of the MG. Ma'am, this 1.75% MG is calculated on the monthly basis. If I talk about the yearly basis, 1.75 goes to 21% somewhere.
So if I did some calculation, if there's an investment of 15 odd lakhs, investor gets about 26,000, right? So Ankit, मैं जो पूछना चाहती हूँ, are these given in the form of PDCs to the franchisee, or how is this actually secured?
Ma'am, for the security to our investors, we offer them PDCs against the inventory which is kept in the store. So say suppose if there are inventory of 10 lakh rupees or 17 lakh rupees, we'll issue the PDC in the situation where the store is not making the sales. But we firmly have this confidence that the stores will make sales.
Okay, so इससे related एक और question है which I wanted to
Yes,
ask.
ma'am.
For reasons it does not work, maybe you work at the outlet is operational for a period of 1 year. For reasons that location is not viable, what do you do? What is the exit for the franchisee, because he is not operating the store?
Yep.
आप ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं तो उसका जो रिस्क है बढ़ जाता है. For reasons you want to quit, you don't want to run that anymore. What is the exit option for him?
And the exit option could be two options for the franchisee. If they want to go out of the agreement, so the company takes the store from the franchisee and give them the amount whatever they have paid. And if the company sees, okay, this location is not working out, we'll see another location, and the franchisee wants to continue with us. So we'll see a different location and do the restoration of the store to
Okay.
that particular location.
Okay, so which is relocation from an existing, and
Relocation.
if he chooses, he can
But
even.
ma'am, we don't go for any such location just for a little investment at on our part. We only go for the higher density locations, which are having at least 1,000 families residing over there, which is our fixed subscription model for the customers. So we work on a fixed subscription model. We don't work for okay like आप यहाँ भी स्टोर खोल सकते हो, आप यहाँ भी स्टोर खोल सकते हो. No, we only work with the highly density and populated areas. So where the sales has to be there.
Right. Take all my question. While a lot of questions have come based on the operations, how it is run, which means what happens to the unsold inventory, what happens to the dead stock, what are credit terms. And since this is operations which are run by you, franchisee need not bother on these fronts, right?
No,
कोई भी unsold आपके inventory है, stock है, जो भी credit terms है, that is something which you will figure out at your end, and the franchisee has no involvement in this, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if I talk about the unsold inventory, ma'am, there is no unsold inventory in the store. There may be some inventory which is quite low on the movement, but there is no inventory kept unsold in the store because we have a very organized inventory model. We don't keep the SKUs which are not performing from last 15 days or 20 days. If there are not regular movements of these stocks, we keep them changing with the new product line. We don't compromise over keeping the stock placed on the shelf and consuming our shelf. So we do that. So we have done that research and we are aggressively doing it at our current stores. And also, if there are some inventory which our investors think that there may be some unsold inventory, so there are some marketing campaigns and offers T24 put up, and they go on sale then.
Yeah, and the franchisee can audit their store stocks because हमारे पास in past में कई बारी franchisees लिखते हैं जो फोको पे करते हैं कि भाई I invested 10 लाख रुपया स्टोर में, लेकिन आज वहाँ पे स्टॉक सिर्फ 3 लाख का ही है, बाकी स्टॉक अभी है नहीं.
Anytime, sir. Anytime.
They can audit and real time CRM access can be given. So
the CRM access, the complete ERP sign up they will have. They can see their actual sales daily. They can see their inventory in hand on their hands, like wherever they are. They can see how their stores are performing. They can have their activity reports in their hand on their phone. We'll give them a franchisees sign up for the ERP, which we use at our stores. So the investor or the franchisee can anytime look upon how many inventory, how much inventory is there in the store. Because we work on this inventory model, sir, that we don't keep the initial inventory less than the initial inventory at our stores. Because we
So please go ahead.
make the products available for our customers. So to make the products available for the customers, we need to keep inventory at the minimum.
A question which I wanted to also take because a lot of people also want to know any involvement, any kind of involvement from the franchisee in setting up, which means maybe procuring local staff or any involvement which he would have before or at the time of running of the operations, or this is completely investor model where he just invests and take a guaranteed return of 4% of revenue or 1.75% on the investment that he has made minus the franchise fees. So any involvement, will he participate in case of any losses is one question which I see. So if we just reconfirm that to everyone.
Nice question, ma'am. I wanted to address this question earlier as well. See, ma'am, if a person is eager to willing to participate in such business and have a quite good knowledge of that industry, so they can go for it. They can give us some local support. They can help us in tie-ups with some distributors in the market, or they can do their part-time activities with these stores. So it will have more control over it as the investor, the franchisee is looking after the store, and so the communication gap is not there. There is so much of transparency in the things happening at the store. So yeah, investors and franchisees can help us in day running operations. It's all about the involvement, ma'am. How much you are involved in the business, that that says the thing.
Dusra, because we're getting inquiries outside Delhi also. So we have, prospective business buyers from Rajasthan, Bombay, MP, and many other locations which I'm seeing the inquiries coming from. So are we looking at expansion in other locations only through a master franchisee, or at this stage unit franchisee is what you would want to make available? And would you also be running outside Delhi NCR is one question for everyone to answer.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, we are going out of Delhi NCR. We are not staying up to Delhi NCR, as the whole India is now open for extended shopping hours. So we can create that type of ecosystem in the market. And also the another question, which is the unit franchise and the master franchising. Ma'am, we would like to offer the unit franchise first, because we don't want to keep the masters waiting for the revenues in the market. We want to first set up the stores, then we can go for the master franchise at any point of time.
Sense.
So I think we've already over the time. So Sonia, if you want to take up some last questions.
Covered. I was going through the questions we've covered. I think one was on the cities, margins, MG, something people wanted to understand. We have clarified all questions. Okay, I think my suggestion would be there are a lot of questions which are specific to people from different cities. And some of them have also given the details of the location and the property. We can perhaps speak to them one-on-one post the webinar. And some of them also looking at product pricing and line of the stores, list of the items in the stores, and they want to do a comparative analysis of the items being sold. I think that can be taken offline. We can do one-on-one with all the investors.
Sure. So thank you, Ankit. If anything you want to share, or Sonia, you want to share, I will start with sharing. Ankit, you are a passionate entrepreneur. You've done well, 3 stores of your own, worked hard after your college days and set it up. It's a hard work. It's not easy. It's running a food.
My pleasure.
I think it's a tiring job. You know how much effort it takes and how many daily calls you have to attend and how much effort to service one customer. My suggestion was always that take growth is important. You continue to grow, but take it a very paced growth, store by store performance. I like that. Don't do master. Stay to one store by store.
Exactly, sir.
Very clear. Don't go where you cannot control. Maybe sometimes opportunities come, but take where you can control. And for our investors also, my suggestion would be MGs sometimes look very attractive, but go in deeper into business model, work with Ankit, understand the business, and also a relationship is for a long period. There can be issues in franchising, there can be disputes in franchising. So unless and until you define all that initially itself, you should not get into any agreement. And so it should be a perfect marriage. Then only it runs very well. Then only things would happen for him. Also, he's also growing and he wants to take his business very fast. And also for people who are investing, there is also hard work, hard-earned money for them. They also need to really show that both of you have a perfect structure, and Franchiseindia can also participate and defining all that legal structures and so on, so that both sides are extremely comfortable and long-term partnership can happen. Over to you, Sonia, and Ankit, to you. Any remarks?
Thank you, Gaurav sir, for such a nice explanation. That's really a sweet gesture of you, both of you. Thanks for this opportunity to present my T24 on your esteemed platform. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ankit. And you're a very young guy, a young entrepreneur. I remember when we started working with you, it was just a span of about a month and a half that you even put up the first outlet, and we have a good feedback from your first franchisee. the one that you're running currently. So
Yes, ma'am.
while many businesses in these times face a lot of disruption, but this is one category which is inelastic and groceries, one of the highest repeat cases for a lot of urban consumers. And truly, it's a very important location. This business is still very important because this business is hyper local. And today there's a big focus, and that shift is, now also coming on consumers, customers for whom convenience is extremely important. So we need to be where the people are. And if everybody has observed, the last 3 odd months, while e-com failed, delivery was a problem. It was the local Kirana stores who were closer to your homes, convenient, that made the difference. And India still today accounts for 90% of the sales which happens from these stores. So I think
Correct,
location
course,
is
yeah.
important, and equally important that we need to be very close and convenient as far as customer is concerned. So
Yes, ma'am.
with this, I'd like to thank everyone who has come on this webinar, and we look forward to taking everybody one-on-one. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you so much, all the friends, all the attendees, all the investors who have joined us today. Yes, initially we faced some hiccups, but then it was all went through. Thank you so much, Ankit, for sharing your
Thank
story
you, ma'am.
with us about your business proposition. Thank you so much, our panelists. We really appreciate efforts put in by everyone for this particular webinar. As we always say, you can follow Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs. They'll be very happy to resolve all your queries. All the feedback and suggestion are welcome. I would request Gaurav sir if you can just share your email ID so that you guys can directly reach out to Gaurav sir for any kind of the further help from our side. Apart from this, you can also follow us through all the social network. Yes, Franchiseindia is available at various different social platform. The information is there at your chat tool. The recorded version of this webinar is available at Facebook page of Franchiseindia Brands Limited and Franwork. It's Franchisee India Brands Limited and Franwork Facebook page. You can write to us. You can reach us through various medium of communication to us. We at Franchiseindia are ready to help with each and every suggestion. But before we conclude, tomorrow we have a special webinar. You must be noticing that this is the 5th Friday special webinar, which is conducted and hosted by Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, where we talk about the industry, where we talk about what is the right way to select brand, and we invite top 10 brands. So tomorrow it's a great opportunity where we are presenting you top 10 retail brands, and we have our all the brand representative founders, directors coming directly talking to each one of you.
Friday is always very special day. Friday and Sunday editions are very special editions. Friday we bring in 10 brands together in a one particular category. So tomorrow is retail because I think retail is opening up and a lot of new concepts are there. So we're presenting about 10 different opportunities tomorrow. And Sunday is also very important. It is a 50th edition of our business opportunity over chai, which has been extremely successful. The series has reached to about 150,000 people all over India and even overseas. We did a very big GCC special. So please ensure that while every day is important, every day is a great opportunity, but tomorrow is a special edition for 10 different opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gaurav sir. So for all the participants, we have just shared the registration link with you. It is very important, and we urge you to register yourself before the webinar so that you can join us tomorrow sharp at 12 o'clock. Best wishes from our side. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much, everyone, once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.